Hi, my name is Dwayne Char, better known as Uncle Dwayne, and I want to invite you to my new YouTube channel, Let's Make a No Budget Movie. Have you ever thought about making a film but decided, nah, it's just too hard? What do I need? How long will it take? How much will it cost? Yeah, cost. You know, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there that kind of start this process out, but what they like to do is they review these really expensive DSLR cameras, and they keep doing it. Month after month, all they do is just review the latest and greatest camera that comes out. You know what? I say enough already.
This channel is not about reviewing technology. This channel is about applying technology to the projects that you're thinking about. Specifically, we're going to build a no-budget short movie, and I'm going to share with you my frugal techniques and my lessons learned. Lessons that I had to learn the hard way. And I'm doing this so that you can avoid my mistakes and therefore save yourself a whole lot of agony.
The application of technology. Okay, so who's the audience for this channel? Well, it's for those people that are making their first film or maybe thinking of making their first film. And remember, you don't have to be a youngster to be a beginner in filmmaking. You can be a beginner at any age. But what if you're not a beginner? What if you're working on, say, your fourth film? Is this channel right for you? Well, I guess the content is going to be a little too basic for you, but you're certainly welcome to watch and compare techniques. No harm in doing that, right? Okay, before we go any further, let's talk about the title of this channel. Let's Make a No-Budget Movie. What does no budget mean? Free, right? No. Is it possible to make a movie for free? No, it is not possible. And remember, nothing in life is truly free. Now, if you're one of these types that's going to do a one-man act and you're the star, and if you want to be a one-man crew, which I guess you could do on a short film, well then obviously you are going to be cutting costs to the bone. But there will still be things that you have to pay for. The term budget in this case is a verb. It's not a noun. What that means is you're not going to plan or budget money for this film. Why? Because the filmmaker has decided to engage in a pay-as-you-go method, because they project that the costs are going to be so incidental, or at least so they think. Now, I'm sure most of you are not thinking about doing a one-man show. You're probably thinking of bringing on some actors, plural, and some crew members. Hey, there's definitely going to be some costs there.
Okay, time to dive into this. What's the first thing we need in order to make a film? Is it a camera? No, it's not a camera. You already have a camera. Reach into your right pocket, probably, and pull this thing out. See that? Your phone. And that right there is a camera. And I'll bet that yours shoots at full high definition, which is 1920 by 1080 pixels. That's actually very common nowadays, and that is good resolution. Now, are there better cameras that you can use? No, of course. Of course, there's much better cameras. And actually, I do recommend that you go that route. I mean, you can shoot a short film with a phone camera. But unless you have like an iPhone Pro, iPhone 11 Pro, or the Galaxy S20, or some other phone that has a really good camera, you're going to find that a phone camera is kind of inflexible. So if you're going to use it to shoot a short film, it's going to take a lot of planning. I think having a standalone main camera is actually the way to go. I don't think you should break the bank on the camera because there's going to be other things that you have to buy. But yeah, having a good, reliable camera, and we're going to talk about cameras as we, get more into the series when we talk about hardware. Having a camera dedicated to doing your filmmaking, that is tough to beat. The first thing that you're going to need to have in order to make a film is a story. And it's going to have to be in the format of a screenplay, or basically a script. You need to have a script in order to do a film. Now, how are you going to get your hands on a script? I don't like the idea of beginners taking ownership of someone else's script and trying to, actually shoot that story. You are going to have to do that down the road if you keep up with filmmaking. But when you're in the, process of learning, you need to write the story. You need to write the script. And now it's time for an episode in Dwayne Stirs the Pot.
I know this sounds a little harsh, but I want to get this straight right up front. What is a filmmaker? Is it the guy with the camera? No. A lot of people still believe that, but I'm sorry, that's not true. Filmmaker is someone that can tell a story, and hopefully a good story. Because a filmmaker is a storyteller. Are you a storyteller? Do you like to get up in front of people and tell stories? Do you get people to listen and laugh as you tell them? And do people come up afterwards and tell you, hey, you know what? You tell a good story. Because if you do have people come up and tell you that, then you have what it takes to be a filmmaker. But, what if you don't like telling stories in front of people? You get nervous. Well, do you like to write? Do you like to write about things that have happened in your life? Because if you do, you qualify as a storyteller, and you may have what it takes to be a filmmaker. However, what if you don't like telling stories, either verbally or written? If this is you, I do have to wonder, why do you want to become a filmmaker? You have to love telling stories to entertain people. Not entertain yourself, big difference. Entertain other people. Some people just like to listen to themselves talk. And that doesn't make them a good storyteller. If you're one of these people that can't tell a story, I think that your contribution in this industry is going to be on the technical side. You can be the cinematographer, the camera guy, which, by the way, is what I think a lot of people really have in mind when they say, I want to be a filmmaker. And what they want to do is to fiddle with the hardware to see what they can bring about visually. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that this channel is not geared towards those people. If that's what you're interested in, then I think with the abundance of camera operational channels that are available on YouTube, that's really your best option, and really the best use of your time.